Have you ever walked into your garden and noticed tiny holes spreading across your cucumber leaves seemingly overnight? At first, the damage may look minor, but within days, pests can weaken the plant, reduce growth, and affect the harvest you worked so hard to achieve. Many gardeners immediately reach for chemical sprays when they see insect damage. But what if there was a much simpler approach that uses something you probably already have in your kitchen? A single garlic clove. It may sound surprising, but many home gardeners have been placing garlic near cucumber plants for years. Some believe it helps create an environment that is less attractive to certain pests, while others use garlic-based sprays as part of their natural garden care routine. Today, I'll show you 2 different ways gardeners use garlic around cucumber plants. The first method involves placing a garlic clove in the soil near the plant. The second method uses a homemade garlic spray applied directly to the leaves. Most importantly, I'll explain what happened after 2 weeks and how these methods can fit into a natural gardening strategy. Let's get started. Cucumbers are among the most productive vegetables in the garden, but they are also among the most vulnerable to pests and diseases. Common cucumber pests include cucumber beetles, aphids, whiteflies, spider mites, and various leaf-feeding insects. These pests can damage leaves, reduce photosynthesis, spread diseases, and weaken plants over time. If you've ever seen yellowing leaves, tiny holes, curled foliage, or sticky residue on cucumber plants, insects may be the cause. Because of this, gardeners are always searching for safe and effective ways to reduce pest pressure without relying heavily on synthetic chemicals. This is where garlic enters the picture. Garlic contains naturally occurring sulfur compounds that produce its characteristic smell. One of the best-known compounds is allicin, which forms when garlic cloves are crushed or damaged. Many gardeners believe these compounds help create conditions that are less attractive to certain insects. While garlic should not be viewed as a miracle cure or a replacement for proper garden management, it can be used as one tool within a broader natural gardening approach. Let's look at the first method. The first method is incredibly simple. Place a garlic clove near the base of your cucumber plant. However, there is one important detail that many people overlook. The location matters more than the garlic itself. Rather than placing the clove directly against the stem, gardeners typically position it several inches away from the plant. Start by selecting a healthy garlic clove. Avoid cloves that show signs of mold, rot, or physical damage. Next, locate an area approximately 8 to 12 centimeters from the base of the cucumber plant. This distance is roughly 3 to 5 inches. Why this distance? Because it allows the garlic to influence the surrounding soil environment without interfering directly with the stem or root crown of the cucumber plant. Using a small garden trowel or your hand, dig a shallow hole. Place the garlic clove into the soil with the pointed end facing upward. Cover it gently with soil and water lightly afterward. That's all there is to it. At first glance, this method may seem too simple to have any effect, but many gardeners are interested in what happens beneath the soil surface. As time passes, the garlic clove begins interacting with the surrounding soil environment. Natural sulfur-containing compounds gradually become part of the immediate area around the clove. The strong odor associated with garlic can influence how some insects interact with the environment near the plant. Some gardeners believe this helps discourage certain pests from spending time around the root zone. Others use the method simply because it is inexpensive, easy to try, and fits well within organic gardening practices. After several days, there may be no dramatic visual change. This is important to understand. The garlic clove method is not designed to instantly eliminate insects. Instead, it works as a gradual, supportive gardening technique. Natural gardening methods often rely on consistency rather than immediate results. Over the first week, gardeners typically continue monitoring their cucumber plants as usual. They inspect leaves, check for new damage, observe insect activity, and maintain proper watering and plant care. By the second week, some gardeners report noticing fewer insects lingering around the plants compared to earlier observations. However, results can vary significantly depending on climate, pest pressure, soil conditions, and overall garden health. What matters most is maintaining realistic expectations. No single garden trick can solve every pest problem. Healthy soil, proper spacing, good airflow, Regular monitoring and timely intervention remain essential parts of successful cucumber growing. Now here's where things become even more interesting. What happens when insects are already feeding on the leaves? What if cucumber beetles, aphids, or whiteflies have already established themselves on the plant? This is where the second garlic method becomes useful. Instead of placing garlic in the soil, gardeners prepare a garlic-based spray. Unlike the buried clove method, this approach targets the areas where insects are actively feeding. Let's walk through the process step by step. To prepare 1 liter of garlic solution, you'll need approximately 100 grams of fresh garlic. Begin by separating and peeling the cloves. Next, crush the garlic thoroughly. This step is important. When garlic cells are broken apart, natural chemical reactions occur. These reactions help produce allicin and other sulfur-containing compounds associated with garlic's strong smell. The more thoroughly the garlic is crushed, the more effectively these compounds can develop. Place the crushed garlic into a clean container or glass jar. Add approximately 200 milliliters of water. Once combined, allow the mixture to soak for 12 to 24 hours. This soaking period helps water-soluble compounds move into the liquid. Think of it as creating a concentrated garlic extract. During this time, the water absorbs many of the compounds released from the crushed garlic. After the soaking period is complete, strain the mixture carefully. Remove all garlic pulp and solid material. Keep only the liquid extract. This filtered liquid serves as the foundation for the spray. Next, add clean water until the total volume reaches 1 liter. Now the solution is diluted and ready for the next step. To improve coverage on leaf surfaces, add approximately 3 milliliters of insecticidal soap or potassium soap. This is roughly half a teaspoon. The soap acts as a spreading agent. Instead of forming droplets that roll off the leaves, the solution spreads more evenly across the plant surface. This helps maximize contact with areas where insects may be active. Stir thoroughly or shake the container until everything is well mixed. Pour the finished solution into a clean spray bottle or garden sprayer. The garlic spray is now ready for use. Application timing is extremely important. Avoid spraying during the hottest part of the day. Strong sunlight combined with high temperatures can sometimes increase the risk of leaf stress. Instead, spray early in the morning or late in the afternoon. These conditions allow the solution to remain on leaf surfaces longer. When applying the spray, focus on both the upper and lower surfaces of the leaves. Many insects hide underneath foliage where they're protected from direct sunlight and less likely to be noticed. Be thorough. Cover stems. Cover leaves. And pay special attention to areas where pest activity is visible. After spraying, continue observing the plants over the following days. Again, realistic expectations are important. Garlic spray is generally considered a repellent rather than an instant insect killer. Its primary role is helping create conditions that may discourage certain insects from feeding or lingering on the plant. When pest populations are already severe, additional management methods may be necessary. For example, gardeners often combine garlic spray with manual pest removal. This may involve inspecting leaves and physically removing insects by hand. Some gardeners also use yellow sticky traps, row covers, companion planting, or beneficial insects as part of an integrated approach. Natural gardening usually works best when multiple methods support one another. Now, let's talk about what happened after 2 weeks. The buried garlic clove remained in place near the cucumber plant. The cucumber continued growing normally. Leaves remained healthy overall. At the same time, regular garlic spray applications were used every 5 to 7 days. Combined with routine plant monitoring, this created a consistent pest management strategy. The key observation was not that pests completely disappeared. Instead, the goal was reducing pressure and supporting healthier plant growth. This distinction is extremely important. Many gardeners become disappointed when natural methods fail to produce instant results. But natural gardening is often about improving conditions rather than eliminating every insect. A healthy cucumber plant can tolerate a small amount of pest activity. Problems arise when pest populations become overwhelming. By combining prevention, observation, and timely intervention, gardeners often achieve better long-term results. Another advantage of garlic-based methods is affordability. Most households already have garlic available. The materials required are inexpensive. Preparation is simple, and gardeners can experiment without investing heavily in commercial products. Of course, every garden is different. Weather conditions matter. Soil quality matters. The types of insects present matter. What works well in one location may produce different results elsewhere. That is why observation remains one of the most valuable gardening skills. Pay attention to your plants. Look beneath leaves. Monitor changes over time. Keep notes if necessary. Small observations often reveal problems before they become serious. Garlic can be one useful tool in your gardening toolbox, but it works best when combined with healthy gardening habits. Provide adequate sunlight. Water consistently. Avoid overcrowding plants. Remove heavily damaged leaves when appropriate. And monitor pest activity regularly. When these practices are combined, cucumber plants are far more likely to remain vigorous and productive throughout the growing season. So, should you try placing a garlic clove next to your cucumber plants? Many gardeners believe it's worth experimenting with. The method is simple, the cost is minimal, and it may contribute to a more balanced garden environment. Even better, pairing the buried clove method with a properly prepared garlic spray gives you two different ways to use the same ingredient. One works beneath the soil. The other works above the soil. Together, they create a practical and natural gardening routine that many growers continue to use year after year. If you found this gardening tip helpful, don't forget to subscribe and join our growing community of gardeners. Also, leave a comment below and tell us which country you're watching from. It's always exciting to see gardeners connecting from around the world and sharing their experiences. Have you ever tried using garlic in your garden? Did you place it near vegetables, use it in a spray, or combine it with other natural methods? Share your results in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next gardening video.